guys, I'm Emily Skye and I'm here at Pure Gym Manchester. It's a bit cold for me, but I'm going to take you through the final Made to Move workout session with Lucozade Sport. So we're going to get sweaty, we're going to do a high intensity workout. So grab a bottle, grab your towel and let's get into it. I'm so excited to be here. I've never been to the UK before, so it's a bit colder than Australia, but great to be here with everyone. So we're going to get our sweat on today. So throughout this workout, I'm going to be answering all your questions. So if you've got anything that you want to ask me, something that you've maybe always wanted to ask, now's your chance to ask and I'll get back to you and I'm going to answer the questions throughout the whole workout. So send them in, as many as you like. So we're going to start with us. I'll answer some questions now because a few's actually come through. I've got one from Lee Sheldon. Hey Lee, how many hours a week do you train? Well, my workout schedule's pretty inconsistent, I guess, because I'm traveling around a lot. I'm always going from country to country, so I find it hard to really maintain something that has a lot of structure. So usually it's about 3 times a week, but I just do the best I can and do something that's high intensity like the session we're doing today. So I've got another question from Nat Spencer. What's the best way to combat cravings? Oh, you can't. I think we all get cravings, but the best way is to just don't say no to yourself. Don't say you can't have something. Tell yourself you can have it, but allocate one day a week where you have one meal of anything you like. Doesn't matter what it is, you can have it then. And it's all about treating yourself, not cheating yourself. So, and obviously eating healthy food as well, a lot of nutritious food, then you're not going to get too hungry. Another question we have is from Mandy Oliver. How can I stop exercise feeling like a chore? Well, you've got to do something that you enjoy. You have to choose something that you can actually maintain and have fun with. So it doesn't matter what it is, whether you want to get outside, you want to go ice skating, surfing, rock climbing, just think outside the square and do something that's a bit more fun and challenging, and get a partner, get a workout friend that'll help motivate you along the way. All right, another question from Jackie Wright. Are you teetotal? Should you be to stay fit? I'm not sure what that means, so if you can write another question. Oh, do I drink? Okay, that must be an English thing. I barely ever drink alcohol, so I think that's what that question meant. Usually it's quite rarely, but I don't really like what it does to my body and how I feel. All right. Next question is Abby Lee. Best workout to help enhance your abs. It's all about combining a nutritious diet with exercise. You can't really do one without the other. And getting your abs to become visible, it's all about removing that layer of fat that sits on top. So full body workouts, high intensity workouts, lifting weights, and then eating nutritious food and not overeating as well. All right, let's get into the workout. We're going to start with a warm up because it's really important to warm up our muscles and get ourselves into it so we're ready to work out. So we're going to start with a jog. So it's just jogging on the spot. So everyone with me at home, you better be doing it too, or I'll come and get you. So remember, you got to breathe throughout the whole workout. A lot of people forget to breathe properly and they start feeling faint, so keep up your breathing. Okay, we're going to move into a pause squat now. So we're just going to stand with our feet a bit wider than shoulder width apart, toes slightly pointed out. You're going to have a tight tummy, straight back, shoulders back, and heads in neutral position. You're going to hear me say this a lot because it's really important. And then you're going to dig your big toes into the ground, which activates your glutes. And then you're going to come down and then pause at the bottom and you'll feel your glutes switch on, and then push out and come all the way up again. Squeezing your glutes at the top. So come down again, squeezing, and then come back up. Keeping that core nice and tight and head in neutral position, which means it's in line with your spine. All right, we'll do a few more. Get that blood into your glutes. And then we're going to move into an alternating lunge. So one more. Okay, an alternating lunge. So imagine that you're standing on train tracks. So when you step forward, your foot's coming directly in front, you're not crossing over. So straight forward and then down and then pushing off. Keeping a straight back, tight tummy. Everyone's doing great so far. This is just the beginning. Do a few more. When you come down as well, push that big toe into the ground. It's really good for your arches as well. Okay, now we're going to move into high knees. So basically you're going to stand with your feet about shoulder width apart, hands on hips, tight tummy, and you're just going to lift one knee up and you're squeezing the glute on the other leg. So you should feel your glute really switch on for this. Keeping your core really tight. Great job, everyone. We're starting to warm up yet? I am. We'll do a few more. And then we're going to go into standing air chest press. So we're just going to basically push forward like this. And then you can do a bit of a dance as well, because I'm really good at dancing. I'm sure you guys have seen some of my dancing clips. Have fun with it. So this is just getting the blood into your chest and into your upper body. Okay, we're going to do overhead air press. So up and down, getting that blood into your shoulders. And again, you can dance, do your own thing. I feel like I'm doing aerobics. All right, one more. We're going to roll our shoulders back. You're going to have fun, right? Okay, forward. That's a bit awkward, isn't it, going forward? It feels a bit different. It's got to go this way. Okay, we're going to drop to the ground now, and we're going to do some mountain climbers. So straight down. Okay, your hands are going to be about shoulder width and fingers spread out. And then you're going to just draw your knee up to your chest, keeping your core tight, making sure that your head doesn't sag, so it's not doing this. Remember to breathe. And then if at any time throughout this workout you feel like it's too hard, feel free to stop, take a breath, shake your body out, have a few seconds off, and then go back into it. Okay, now we're going to go into a spider climber. So it's the same as a mountain climber, but you're coming up to the side with your knee and back down again. And then the other side and back down. Really focusing on keeping a nice tight tummy and head up and not sagging. All right, I think we're warmed up now. We're going to grab a little drink. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit of a challenge with this. I want you guys to comment as much as you can, and if we reach 500 comments, we're going to do something special at the end. I'm not going to tell you till the end though, so you've got to get your comments going. Send them all in, and you'll see what the surprise exercise is at the end. All right, so let's get into the workout. So we're going to start by doing a 2-phase squat. So your legs are slightly wider than shoulder width apart, toes pointed out. Everyone's different, so everyone's body is different. You're going to squat differently. So keep that in mind. Don't look at someone next to you and go, I don't look like that. Do what's comfortable for you. Okay, tight tummy. You put your hands out in front of you. Everything's straight, spine's nice and straight, head's neutral. Coming down, squeezing, half coming up, and then back down again. And then standing all the way up, squeezing your glutes at the top. Down, up, down, and all the way up. Hope you're doing this at home, everyone. Keep going. Remember, squeeze your glutes at the top and dig those big toes into the ground. That'll get your glutes firing. Great work. I hope you guys at home are doing it too. Keep going. Okay, so now we're going to go into, we're going to do a glute lunge. Has anyone else seen my glute lunges that I've put up? Yeah? Okay, I might answer a couple of questions. So the best way to help with soreness and recovery, this is from Hannah Taylor. The best way, well, you got to recover and you got to eat nutritious food, but rest is just as important as training. All right, so let's go into that second exercise. It's a glute lunge. So you're standing with your feet just about shoulder width, and then you're going to, hands in front of you, tight tummy, and then back with your foot like you're doing a curtsy, coming down, pushing through your glute, and standing back up again. And then doing the other side, pushing that big toe into the ground, and back up again. All right, so keep going, keeping that core tight. You're really going to get sick of me telling you that, but core's got to be tight throughout everything. Any exercise you do, your core's got to be tight. How cool is this that we get to work out? Thanks, Lucozade. Bringing us together, getting us moving. That's awesome. All right, we're going to go into up downs now. So this one, It's like a squat, but you're putting your hand on your hip and you're touching the ground, so you're squatting down, touching the ground, and then jumping back up. All right, everyone do it with me? How's your legs feeling? They're starting to burn yet? Okay, and when I tell you, you're going to switch arms. So make sure that your knees go over the middle of your foot as well. So good, guys. You're doing awesome. Okay, switch arms. That's great. Hope you guys at home are killing this so far. All right, a few more, keep going. All right, now we're gonna drop to the ground and do some glute bridges. You're gonna like this one the best, I think, because it's the easiest. Okay, so with a glute bridge, what you wanna do first is activate your core by flattening your back to the ground and tighten your tummy. You don't wanna have a gap there. So tighten it and squeeze your glutes at the same time. Hands can go by your sides. Dig those big toes in and then squeeze up. Really squeeze your glutes and then lower and try to keep your back still on the ground so there's no gap there. Okay, how are we all doing? Good? Everyone's looking good so far. Remember to keep that core engaged, and it's all through your glutes. Keep going. Got about 10 seconds left. Great work, everyone. All right, now switch over, so roll over. We're gonna do spider climbers, but we're gonna do one side at a time. So pushing away from the ground, so you're in a nice strong position. Tight tummy, head's neutral, so you're not letting it sag forward. Bring it back and then out to the side with your knee. So you're doing one side at a time, and then when I tell you to switch, you're gonna go to the other side. So good, this is gonna get harder though. All right, switch sides. Keep that tummy tight, make sure your head's back, so you're not letting your head sag forward. Keep going, you're almost done. Then we're gonna go into some core work and do some leg lowers. This is one of my favorites. Okay, roll over onto your butt. And then you're gonna put your hands behind your head like this. And then again, suck that tummy in and flatten your back onto the ground. And then you're gonna put your legs up in the air, and then you're gonna lower them slowly without letting your back release and come off the ground. So you don't want it to leave the ground. Only go as far as you can. And if you feel like your back's gonna lift, stop and then just bend your knees and bring them back again. So only go as far as you can. Don't worry about anyone else, what they're doing. So if you can go all the way down, that's great too. Nice and slow. Really focus on keeping that core tight. Great job. You guys have strong cores. How are you going at home? You having fun? So keep your questions coming through. Bring them on. I want to answer all your questions today. I've never done this before where I've been on here doing a live workout. So ask anything you like. If there's something that you've thought about, I wish I could ask Emily this, now's your chance. So get them in and tag Made to Move. All right, now we're going to switch into butterfly kicks. So you're going to stay on your back, keeping that core tight again and making sure that your back is flat on the ground. Hands can just go underneath your butt to support yourself, and then you're just kicking. Remember when you were a kid and you used to learn to swim and you did this? It's like that, but it's a lot harder. The small little butterfly kicks. So at any stage when we're doing this, you feel like you just can't go on, don't worry, just have a little bit of a rest and go back into it. We're almost done the first round of the circuit, and then we can answer some more questions. Awesome work. Remember to keep breathing. Good to see you here, Vic. I liked your session the other day. All right, you want a bit of a break? You can have a break. Grab a water at home, shake out, have a little bit of a rest. I'll give you a bit of time, and I'm going to answer some questions now. So I've got one from Elsie Bracken. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. How did you get started? With fitness, I started about 7 years ago. I was at a stage in my life where I'd had enough of where I was going. I was unhappy, I was unhealthy, unfit, I was really depressed, I had a lot of anxiety. I was an absolute mess. I didn't know what I was doing. So I just decided I need to take control of my life and do what I want with it, and make it a life that's good. And we only get one life and it's short, so we've got to make the most of it. So I started training, started eating healthier foods, and then I started blogging what I was doing online on social media. And I guess you guys like what I'm doing, so I just keep going. And I love my fit family online. You guys are amazing. All right, let's get into another one before I get a little bit emotional. Claire Hughes, when's the best time to work out? It's really hard to answer that because everyone is different. So I really want people to know that you can fit fitness into your life, and it should be a lifestyle, and it's something that you want to do for a long time. You want to maintain it. You want longevity with it. So just trying to create the time. You only need 15, 20 minutes 3 times a week at a minimum to really have really good changes with your lifestyle and feel amazing, and just make healthier choices with your food as well. So definitely fit it into your lifestyle. Nordira, I hope I'm pronouncing this right. I don't even know if I can pronounce your last name. Nurmatova. Hi Emily, what's the best exercise to get rid of inner thighs? Okay, this is with any sort of fat. So as women, we tend to hold fat on our butt or our lower ab area. It's like puddles. You know when it rains and you're left with puddles and everything else dries up and you've got puddles left? You just got to keep being consistent. Consistency will always get you there. It's not one exercise that's going to get you more toned or lose fat on your inner thighs. You've got to do full body workouts, high intensity workouts like the one we're doing today. Get some strength training in and really make sure that your diet's consistently good. Lots of nutritious food. Don't undereat, don't overeat, and have your treats. Set treats aside, as I was saying before. But it's about balance and making this a lifestyle. So we've got another one from Elizabeth Garcia. Where are your leggings from? They're awesome. They're Reebok, of course. My whole outfit is Reebok. And they're cool. I love bright clothes. My boyfriend thinks I look like one of those colourful birds. So keep your questions coming through. I'm going to go through as many as I can, and if I don't get to them during this session, I will jump on later and I'll answer as many as I can. So keep them coming, and if you have more than one question, bring them on. I'm here. All right. So I think we're going to get into another round now. Have you had enough rest? I'm going to grab a quick drink. Make sure you tag Made to Move as well. All right, we're hydrated. Let's do another round. So alternating, well, we've done the first one now, so we're going to do one more round of the first circuit, and then we're going to do the second one. All right, so it's a 2-phase squat. Tight tummy, hands out in front, coming down, pausing and coming up again. Down and back up. Now, if this is too easy for you, feel free to put a jump in it like this. Make sure you land softly. Remember, only squat as low as you can. So if you can only squat, to here, that's fine. Just go as low as you can. It's not about anyone else. It's not about, being better than someone else. It's not a competition. It's a competition with yourself, being the best that you can be. All right, we'll do a few more of these. Everyone's doing really good. Keep going. Almost done. And then we'll move on to a glute lunge. It's one of my favorite glute exercises. All right, let's go into a glute lunge. Everyone at home better be keeping up with this. So you're lunging back and standing back up to the start position. Lunging back again and back up. So tight tummy. And remember to breathe properly. It's funny, I say breathe properly and people think, oh, of course I'm breathing, but a lot of people aren't breathing properly and getting enough oxygen in. You're doing so good. So if you need to have a break, that's fine. If your knees are hurting, you can stop. I don't want you to do anything that's going to hurt you. It's got to be a good pain. That's awesome. Let's go into up downs now. So up downs, if it's too hard to jump, if you can't do this, just touch the ground and come back up. Remember to land nice and soft with your feet. And when I tell you to change, you're going to change arms. And I'll just be dancing here in the middle, doing what I do best, not. So good. All right, change arms. Making sure that your knees don't come in. So when you land, you don't want this going on. You want to keep your knees over the center of your feet. Coming down and back up. So, all right, nearly there. Legs are burning. Okay, glute bridge. Yay, our favorite. Down on the ground, tighten your core, make sure your back's flat on the ground, so no gap there, and then lifting up, squeezing, back down. So this is like a little bit of a rest for you till you go into the next one. So it's all through your glutes. It's not about an arch in your back. You want to keep your back nice and straight, core nice and tight. Core tight, core tight. Keep going. Breathe. Hope you guys are doing well at home. Comment and let me know how you're going. Remember, if I get over 500 comments, I'm going to do something special at the end. You're going to love it. Or maybe not. We'll see. All right, let's go into spider climbers. So we're going to start with one side first, coming up and back down. Making sure your head doesn't sag. So I just imagine I'm trying to push the ground away from me as far as I can, and then tightening that core, and then breathing as well. Great job. Now you can switch sides. Okay, so switch sides. So one side and then you're doing the other side. Can you feel it? Can't hear any of you. Is it hurting? Yes. It's good, it's a good pain, you won't regret it. Okay, let's roll over and we're gonna do leg lowers. This is the last time we'll do this circuit. So tighten that core, hands behind your head. That just helps alleviate the stress off your neck so you're not pulling at it. Legs straight up, keeping your core tight, lowering them nice and slowly, really focusing on that core. And if you're shaking, it's a good thing, it means your core is working. So remember, only go as low as you can. It doesn't matter how low you go, as long as you're doing it and you're trying your best. And you just don't want your back lifting off the ground. We've got one more to do after this. I'm gonna do butterfly kicks. All right, let's go into butterfly kicks. So remember, hands just underneath your butt to support, keeping your core tight, back flat on mat, and then you're kicking like you're swimming. And it's up to you. If you want to go slow, you can go really slow, or you can kick faster, as long as you're keeping your core tight and as long as your back doesn't come off the mat. And we don't have any mats, but off the ground. That's the great thing about these. You can do these at home on the carpet. There is no excuses. All right, we're almost done. A few seconds, and then we'll go into some more questions. All right, you're done. Grab a drink, grab a towel, and wipe off some of your sweat. Okay, I've got a question from Jennifer Sam Cadman, and she hashtagged made to move. Emily, can you suggest good experiences, I think you mean exercises, to tone your belly? Well, you can do a lot of different ones. I think the ones today are my favourite. I've included them because they are my favourites. But it's all about, moving more and eating nutritious food, combining the two. And I sound like, I say this a lot, but it's got to be both. It's not just doing ab work that's going to get your abs visible. You've got to be doing both. Full body workouts, high intensity, like this session, and eating lots of nutritious food. Lots of back to basics food. So, foods that you can pick, like lots of veggies, fruits, nuts, seeds, and if you eat meat as well and fish, they're my favourites. I've got another question from Ashley Rose. What advice can you give to a very busy mum who wants to get her old body back? What's wrong with your body now? Your body's beautiful. I can't wait to have kids. Well, I would just really try to fit it into your lifestyle, find some time during the week. I know a lot of people say they don't have time, but you've always got 10, 15 minutes to fit it in. You can do it, but even if you find a friend, maybe someone else has had a baby too, and you can work out together and keep each other motivated and support each other along the way. But you'll find the time. You have to want it. You have to want to do it. Nicole Clifford, do you have a protein shake before and after exercise if you fasted before the workout? No, I don't. I don't tend to have too many protein shakes. I do have one sometimes at night time. You know, when you're feeling a little bit hungry and you want to have a snack, I'll have one of my protein shakes. But I feel like if I have it before training, I feel like I'm going to vomit it up. So I don't have it then. But whatever you feel, you want to do it. If you like to have protein, have it. So I've got another question from Tiffany Knoxville. Hey, Tiffany. What advice do you have for aspiring personal trainers? You've got to love what you do, and I love what I do. Having that passion to help people and share your journey, share your experiences with people and things that you've learned along the way, you've got to enjoy, and that's what keeps you going. And I think it really does give back to you. I love hearing from other people, and it is a big family, and this is why I love health and fitness, because most of us really do support each other, and especially we do on our page. I love my page and listening to you guys and how amazing you all are, so the support is incredible. Circuit 2, all right, I'll come back to some more questions later. Keep them coming through. I'm going to grab a drink because my throat gets very dry. I want to answer those questions after. We've got to get training. Do you want more rest, do you? Get out. No. You can come up here with me. All right, we're doing circuit 2 now. So we're going to do alternating spider climbers first. So we've done this with the one leg and we did it in the warm-up, so we know how to do this. So straight into it. Let's just straight up and back. So each side, one after the other, keeping your core really tight. Do you reckon this is too easy? Should we make it harder? Comment and let me know if I should make it harder or easier. So remember, 500 comments on doing a special exercise at the end, a very special Emily exercise. So we need to get those questions in. Nice tight tummy. If you keep your tummy tight, it protects your back. It wraps around your spine, your core wraps around and protects it, so you've always got to have it nice and tight. All right, let's go into a reverse lunge. So you're going to stand with your feet, shoulder width apart, and then hands on hips or out in front, whatever's more comfortable for you. Lunging back nice and slow, standing back up again. And if you feel like this is too easy, you can do alternating jumping, like plyometric ones, like that. And if it's too hard, just slow it down, have a bit of a break, and then go back into it. It doesn't matter where you start as long as you do. Well, we've definitely had over 500 comments, I think. I've just heard that I've got thousands of them coming through. You guys are awesome. Keep them coming. I'm going to have a lot of work to do, aren't I? Getting back to everyone. You guys are so awesome. All right, let's go into grasshoppers. Have you done this before? This one's such a cool exercise, but you're going to probably hate it now. All right, down. And then it's the same as what we just did, except we're bringing our foot up next to our hand and back down again. And if you can't reach up there, you've got to use a lot of force. If you can't do that, just bring it as high as you can. Even if it's just here, that's fine. As long as you're doing it. All right, we doing it? Down. Get down. Awesome. Oh, you're killing it. How good are you? Keep breathing. How is everyone at home doing? I mean, if you're not typing, it means you're training, right? Keep going. We're going to go into knee push-up from here. All right, knee push-up. If you can do full push-ups, go for it. Do a full toe push-up if you can. If you can't, do a knee push-up. So you're on your knees, hands are shoulder width apart, tight tummy, straight back, head's neutral, and then you're coming down to the ground and pushing away again. Nice strong position like you're a plank. Everything's moving at once. And if this is too hard, that's fine. Come down, release, and come back up again. Just do what you can. It's about progress, not perfection. It's one of my favourite sayings. Great work. You're all killing it. So good. Remember, nice and strong. And you're not letting yourself sag, you're not letting your head sag. I'm going to do a few more Move on to the next one. And then we're rolling over in this one. We're going to do figure eights, roll over. Okay, so this one you're coming up and then you're going to clap. So you're on your tailbone, keeping your core nice and tight, and you're not pulling your head too far forward, keeping it nice and straight, and just clapping. So you're clapping yourselves, you're doing a great job, right? Yeah, that's what I want to hear. I sound so Aussie right now, don't I? Because I am. All right, keep going. All through that core. Our cores are going to be so sore for the next week, by the way. Keep breathing. When you feel like you're really struggling, concentrate on your breath. Awesome work. Keep going, we're almost there. Then we're going to go into a V-up, one of my favourite core exercises. All right, so down and back up. So you can either have your hands next to you here, or you can bring them back here to support yourself a little bit more. If you can't go all the way down, just do what you can, stay up here. If you need a rest, come down and then have a rest up here and go back down again. And if you need to fully stop, just do this and then go back into it. All right, keep going. Remember, if you need to have a little bit of a break, that's fine. So I'm going to do a question from Dimple Sharma. Dimple Sharma, that's it. What is the best breakfast? As I've heard from gym instructors not to eat porridge. I thought porridge with semi-skim is better first thing in the morning. Look, this can be debated. Everyone's different, you got to find what works for you. For me, I love eating high fat in the morning and then eating low carb at night. So, no, I've said that wrong. All right, I'm a bit jet lagged, so forgive me. I like eating high fat during the day, low carb during the day, and then higher carb at night and then lower fat, so I switch it. That's what works for me. It stops me craving. You guys can have a little bit of a rest, by the way. Yeah, and that's what I love doing. So with me, porridge just bloats me, and then I'm starving an hour later because you're getting so much sugar, you get a spike, and then you get a low and you start craving more. So it just depends. Some people love it. Depends what you do, depends if you're training in the morning as well. So you just got to find what works for you. So we're going to do the next exercise, which is a laying leg crossover. So we're on our back again. Lots of core, because everyone keeps asking me for core exercises, so here they are. All right, laying leg crossovers down. You're actually going to like this one because it's a bit easier. Hands underneath your butt just to support, legs come out, and then you're just going to cross over like this. So you're just keeping your core tight. Remember, no gap between your back and the ground. You don't want it lifting away, you want to keep it down. That means that your core's really active and it's working. I'll do one more question right now. Matt Dyke, Home and Away or Neighbours? I grew up watching both of these shows, but I actually was on Home and Away when I was a lot younger. I was probably 20. I was on there with Alf Stewart and I was on the beach making out with someone and he told me to stop it and cut it out, you two. So it's pretty funny. It's something I'll remember forever. Keep your questions coming in so I can keep answering, because I can, as you know, I can talk a lot, so I can stay here all night if we want. Just keep those questions coming in. Bring them on. I will get on after 2 and answer as many as I can, physically can. All right, we're going to go into a plank. This is the last one of this circuit. All right, we all know how to do a plank, don't we? Down we go. On your elbows. Tuck your butt, so squeeze your glutes. Tighten your core, push away. Don't look up like this. A lot of people do. It's a lot of stress on your neck. You just want to keep your head neutral. All right, keeping it nice and strong through your core like a plank. That's why it's called a plank. And your breathing will help. If you need to have a break, put your knees down and have a break. Just don't sag like that and put an arch in your back. Keep your core nice and strong. Come back up again. Keep going. You guys are killing it. You guys at home are killing it too. Let us know you are. Keep going. Then we can grab a drink and have a little bit of a break before we kill the last round. And I can answer more questions because they're all coming through, right? You're madly typing. You shouldn't be typing because you're supposed to be exercising. All right, you can stop, have a drink, shake out. How's it going? Should we make it harder or less hard? What do you reckon? Harder? Do we want harder? Do we want harder? I don't know. All right. Yeah, I'll do harder. Yeah, we're going to do harder. All right. Okay, I'll answer a couple of questions before we get into that so you can have a little bit of a break because it's going to be really, really tough. Amber Jo Hillier, please can you give a shout out to Pure Gym in Newport? Of course, Pure Gym, you guys are killing it in Newport. Everyone in Pure Gym are doing workouts. We're all doing this together, which is awesome. So I love how fitness is bringing us together, and Lucozade Sports brought us together as well, and we're getting each other to move more. Nicola Dawson, who is your fitness inspiration? You know, I have a lot of inspirations. I think it's you guys online. I really love the community that we have online, and I do get a lot of inspiration from you, and I think it's really cool how we inspire and motivate each other, and it's this really good supportive community. So you guys are awesome. But when I first started, I loved Jamie Eason, so shout out to Jamie, you rock. Andy Jenkinson, what is the biggest mistake people make in the gym? Oh, which one? Women not lifting weights, because look what it's amazing. It's amazing what it does for your body, isn't it? I mean, it tones you, it shapes you, it burns fat. It's one of the best ways to burn fat. But if you're looking for that tone look, you've got to start lifting weights. Another mistake is obviously form. Form's everything. You got to focus on the muscles that you're actually using and not using other muscles to, using momentum and stuff to get the, whatever you're doing. So if you're doing bicep curl, there's people doing this, but you got to keep your elbows tight and just really focus on squeezing your bicep. So form's everything. Andy, biggest mistake, did that one. Jamie Northley, Vegemite or Marmite? Vegemite's a bit more potent. Marmite's a little bit, yeah. I started with Marmite and then went to Vegemite. All right, let's get into circuit 2. We're gonna do another round because we're all ready. We're making it harder. I might change it up. All right, we're gonna start with a modified burpee. So I'm just deviating from the whole thing. We're just gonna go a bit nuts here. All right, modified burpee. If you can do a full one, or you do a push-up and then come up and jump, do that. Or you can do the modifier where you come down, come up, and just stand straight back up. All right, let's get into it. What are you waiting for? And remember not to let yourself sag. Don't let it sag too far. Keep a really strong core with this. Otherwise, it just puts pressure on your lower back. So remember, jump if you want to make it super intense. I'm going to literally just make up these exercises as it comes into my head. All right, ready for the next one? We're going to do a plank rotation. So down we go. We're in a plank, and then we're going to rotate around up to the roof like this, and then come back down again in a push-up position, and then rotate around. That's the plank rotation. Keeping your core really tight. So aiming for the roof with your hand, coming back down, rotating around and back up, and not letting yourself roll all the way around. Phew, we're killing it. Yeah, it's so good to be here. It's getting into summer at home, so it's a bit of a change for me being in this cold weather, but the people are awesome here. All right, what should we do next? We are going to do, let me think. We've sort of done everything today, haven't we? Why don't we do, I know, we'll do coming down. Yep, we're gonna go like this. So you jump in, out, and then you can come to the middle. It's kind of like it's just a made up one. I call this the Emily Jack. Making some things up. All right, after this, I've got an idea for the next one now. We're going to do an around the world lunge. All right, we ready? Let's stand up and do a around the world lunge. So standing with your feet about shoulder width apart, hands out in front, tight tummy, and you're going to lunge forward, starting on your right foot, whatever's most comfortable for you, whatever you feel like. Lunging, lunge to the side, back, lunge back, and then other leg, out to the side, then forward, and then back and starting again. Keep going. Gets a bit confusing if you're not thinking about it, doesn't it? Especially when you're exhausted from exercising. Keep going. You've got enough room. So just remember going around, each leg, then you switch. Keep going. Awesome. I'm thinking up another one. We are going to do bicycle crunch. That's one we haven't done. All right, into a bicycle crunch. hands are just back, you're not pulling on your neck, and just bringing your elbow to the opposite knee. It's all through your core. If you need to have a rest, you can. Keep going. You're doing so well. It's almost done. Almost done. Keep going. So good. Okay, so this one's going to be we're doing a plank push-up, okay? So in a plank, and then we're coming down into the plank position, then doing a push-up, so pushing up, and then other hand. Keeping your core nice and tight, so you keep reversing it. So that way, and then you start on that hand. Come back, start on that hand again. Keeping your core really tight, head's neutral, breathing. So good. So really focus on your core being nice and tight, not letting your head sag. You're doing so good. This is a bit of a tough one. Keep going. If you need to have a break, you can, but try to push yourself. It's all about getting yourself out of your comfort zone. If you want changes, you've got to get uncomfortable. All right, we need another exercise to do. What are we going to do? I think we're just going to do some plyo squats. So down and then up, jumping as high as you can and catching, up and then catching. So making sure that you're landing nice and soft. If you can't do this, just do normal squats as low as you can, nice and slow. Keeping that core tight. You're doing so well. Nearly done, keep going. You're gonna do 15 more seconds, or around about, and then we're done. So give it everything. Get uncomfortable. Killing it. And I'm losing my voice. All right, one more, and you're done. Woo! Congratulations, everyone. You killed it. So I'm going to do some more questions now, so grab a drink if you need one. I think you do need one. Jane says, do you ever struggle with motivation? Yes, of course I do. I'm human like everyone else, and I do get times where I feel unmotivated. But you really have to think about why you started. Why? I just think, why did I start eating healthier foods? Why did I start moving more? Why did I decide to surround myself with positive people? Because I wasn't happy before. I wanted something more for myself, and I started believing that I deserved it. And everyone deserves to feel their best. Everyone deserves to live the life they want to live and live their dreams. I'm doing it. I mean, I love doing this. You guys are all amazing. So you really just, have to remember why you started. And that's usually what keeps you going. But it's okay. If you have an off day, just feel what you feel, get through it, and then pick yourself back up again. So Vicky says, heavy lifting or cardio? Oh, heavy lifting? Come on, didn't you see me lifting that 100-kilo deadlift the other day? Yeah, go and look at it. Emily says, oh, cool name. Emily says, what's your favourite country in the world? Oh, that's a hard one. I don't know if I have a favourite, but I'm obviously from Australia, so Australia's amazing, it's my home, but I do love seeing everywhere else as well. It's awesome here. First time I've been to the UK, so I'm loving it. All right, we're gonna do a warm down, and I might even return to some more questions. Okay, so we're gonna just start with a stretch. So reaching up and then just pulling over so you can feel it stretch all down here. Take a nice deep breath and then out, nice and slow. Coming back up to the top, grabbing the other side, and then over again. It's really important to stretch. Even I don't do it enough, and I really should do it more, but it's so important. We're gonna do it again on the other side. And you'll feel your muscles get really sore and tight if you don't stretch, and then you can get injuries as well, and you want to feel your best and do the best for your body. Take care of it. One more time on each side. Back up and then down. Okay, we're going to bring our hand down in front of us and then across our body. Bring it over here so we can feel it through your shoulder. Remember to have a nice deep breath. I'm gonna sleep well tonight. My jet lag is pretty full on, but I'm loving this, so it was a lot of fun. Okay, down, and then grabbing the other side. Then we're gonna go into stretching our triceps, so up, and then just near your elbow here. You're just gonna pull it over gently, so don't strain your neck. So at least I see a lot of people going like, ugh, nice and soft with it. Be really gentle. Okay, straight up, grabbing the other side. If anyone's from the UK or from London, I'm going back to London tomorrow. Make sure you comment on my Facebook, I'd love to see. Okay, back up. And now we're gonna come down and do some leg stretching. So we're gonna grab our foot. This is a balance test. Dig your big toe into the ground, it helps with balance. And then you're just pushing against your hand. So when your foot's in your hand, you're pushing against it and you feel it stretch all through here. If you've got a wall, it's a nice help to have a wall to hold on to. All right, other leg. Dig that big toe in. So when I finish the warm down, I'm going to do 4 questions from you guys, 4 or so, and then I'm going to do my special exercise. Okay, so we're going to do standing up and then coming down, stretching out our hamstrings. You should feel it all through the back, up into your glutes, stretching nice. So look down, let yourself just hang, breathe out, and as you breathe out, try to go a little bit lower. Don't force yourself though. I want you guys to be able to continue to do my workouts, not be injured. Okay, from there we're going to just sit down and we're going to go into a split position. I'm not very flexible. And then we're going to come over and just draw your chest to your quad. So you're not trying to arch your back, you're just drawing it forward. Look down, don't look up because your neck, you don't want to put that pressure on your neck. Keeping it all neutral. You can grab your toe if you like. Just gentle. And when you breathe out, you can go a little bit further. I like to shut my eyes when I do this. And then you're going to stay low and go across to the other side. And then just drawing your chest to your quad. Ah, feels good. Hope you guys enjoyed the workout. Okay, get back to the middle slowly, bringing your legs together. We're going to roll onto our back. And then we're going to grab one of our knees, or we'll do this one actually. So put your foot across your quad, and then you're going to come through, grab that knee, and use your elbow to push your leg out, and just pull it towards your chest. So you feel that stretch throughout your glute, it feels really good. Nice deep breaths. All right, switch legs. Everyone should comment, I reckon, on that post, on this one. Comment where you're from and where I should go visit soon. So I'm gonna go and visit everywhere. Oh, it feels good. We're gonna do one more, so we'll just grab this knee, bring it across to the ground, and the other hand's gonna be out on the side with palm facing down. So you're trying to keep your shoulder blades on the ground. Okay, other side. Grabbing that knee, bringing it across. I just keep my head neutral as well, looking straight up. All right. I think it's time for some more questions. Make sure you hydrate yourselves too. Lots of water. Natasha Bradley says, what routine do you recommend for building up a strength? There's all different routines, but as long as you're hitting every single muscle, that's probably most important, but it's all about balance. You always want to achieve balance with your body. A lot of people do, say, a lot of chest work, so the front of them gets strong and tight, which draws your shoulders forward, but you've got to balance it out by working your rear delts and your back to draw them back. And I think most people as well have bad posture where they do roll forward, so you've got to correct it by working your back as well. So biceps, tricep work, shoulder work, you can do back. Just make sure that you're working everything. There's a heap of exercises you can do, so check out my Facebook, scroll through the videos and you'll see them all there. Oliver says, what's your favourite workout tune? Oh my gosh, that's a hard question. I love Jason Derulo. A lot of his stuff. I love the song Ayo out. It's really cool. That's pretty cool. It gets me into the mood. It makes me want to dance. So anything that's got a good beat and makes me feel motivated, I'm happy to listen to it. Sarah from Canada asks, how do you relax? Never, no. How do I relax? When I'm at home, I live near the beach, so I actually walk along the beach every morning. It's like my time out. I don't touch my phone. I don't do any of that. I just grab a coffee, walk along the beach with my partner, Declan, and just try to breathe and feel the sand underneath my toes, because you go barefoot and it's really good for your arches. Another thing, I can go on and on about that. But just really trying to take time out and do things that rejuvenates me, makes me feel more relaxed, like going to the steam room, laying by the pool, getting some sun, going to the park, walking the dog. I borrow people's dogs because I don't have my own, and spending time with friends as well. So you're just going to find your place. I call it playtime. It's your time where you can relax. So if you want to read a book under a tree, do that. Just find something you enjoy that's, de-stresses. Izzy says, how do you play... Oh, sorry, I'm making up words now. Do you play any sports? Not at the moment. I used to do a little athletics at school when I was a kid, and then I went into sprinting at school. So I love sprinting, and then I got a motorbike. I got a dirt bike many years ago in my early 20s. I had a CR125 and used to do the motocross tracks, and I started jumping. But then it's pretty dangerous, so I didn't continue. And I've done snowboarding and things like that as well, but I love anything that's active. I love climbing. We're going to do a special exercise now, okay? This is the most important exercise you can ever do, and you can't neglect this. You have to do it. This is something I try to incorporate every day as well, all right? So you're going to get up and join me? Everyone home, you're going to do it too, all right? Really important. All right, turn that music up, please. Can we have some volume? I've got to hear this and feel it. Ready? Okay, we're going to go down and then just boogie. Come on. I'm such a good dancer. I don't know why I do fitness. I should be a dancer. Really get into it. Doesn't matter about what anyone else thinks. Who cares what they think? You got to have fun. You got to feel it and laugh. All right, I hope you enjoyed my favourite exercise. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. Make sure you check out the Lucozade Sport page to check out all the other Made to Move sessions, because they're all on there and they're awesome, so you got to check them out. Thank you so much. This was so much fun. Thanks, everyone here. You all did a great job. Love you all. Bye.